What's going on? It's been a long time since I've had a Kaizen talk. It is, I think appropriate. It's some things that I have learned since the last Kaizen talk. I got to put a playlist together for my Kaizen videos. Uh, I'm gonna get right on that as soon as possible and make a playlist for my Kaizen videos because I really don't talk that much about it, but Kaizen is man, it's a very good philosophy to follow. Kaizen is Japanese for basically daily self-improvement. That's what Kaizen is. And I've used Kaizen to basically have basically a better fulfilling life. Kaizen is definitely something that I definitely know works. I have used it in my life, and it has definitely helped me with just overall just improvement in life. And I have my days where, or even moments in time where I will say that I deal with procrastination, and it's like what's the guy Ike from what's his channel name? I think it's Ike Ogomie. He calls a procrastination demon. That procrastination demon is definitely something that it is. I think that is true. It I've pretty much can say that you can be stuck. Procrastinating for. I've seen people being stuck in procrastination in a lifetime. Like they just stuck. You can see people like they just like you look at them, it's like they're hollow and they're just stuck. They're there. They're living in the flesh, but as far as a person, they're absolutely they are stuck. Um and yeah, it's something, man. It's definitely a thing. But yeah, like I say, I definitely have been in moments where I have been stuck, and I had to basically unstuck myself. I call it getting your head out your ass. A lot of times, like, people just have their head stuck up their ass. And I say it's never too late to get your head stuck out of your ass. Basically get some things accomplished, turn your life around. It's never too late until it's, too late. Okay. So basically, I've uh I've talked about this for years on this channel. I don't know exactly the year I started Kaizen talk or talking about Kaizen. I think around pre-pandemic or around the pandemic area. I mean, I said pandemic area, uh, pandemic time. Uh, during that time, I definitely was talking a lot about Kaizen. The picture in the thumbnail is it's basically me uh about 2008, 2009. I was pretty good health. It was about what in my late 20s, and I have like a mesomorph, or yeah, a mesomorph type of body style or body shape. So I am massive as far as I have natural muscular build. So when I go to work out, which I've been doing that, been going to the gym a little bit more regular, been making it a habit. And when I go work out, because I already have muscles, within about a week, couple weeks, I start to get my muscular shape, my tone, right away. It does not take me that long at all because I already have, basically a muscular physique. I mean, really, to be honest, a very intense, probably workout within probably about a week. I can probably get a good tone, a good muscular build in. It burns a lot though. That burn, that after workout burn, it is intense. I'm feeling it now. It's like it's a after workout burn. Okay, very very intense. I think that if you can get massages on a regular, that's definitely helpful. A lot of people just don't understand certain things, right? A lot of people, that's one of the reasons why people come to YouTube, right? They come to YouTube, they come to YouTube to find understanding, okay? Uh and it might not even be understanding, it might be a reminder, okay, or some type of revelation of something that you already really know, but you just kind of need um maybe somebody to kind of remind you or even validate you on something. But nevertheless, a lot of things that I've talked about, I'm very much in a calm, kind of, state of mind as far as my tone of my voice is very, very calm. And it's purposely and intentional because basically I'm not coming to you in some type of an aggressive manner or some type of like salesmanship, or I'm not trying to convince you on anything. I'm just stating my own personal triumphs, failures, goals. It's just pretty much what I've done as far as improvement where I am now, and as well as some of the things that I've learned, and then also kind of maybe it's depending on where the conversation leads me. Okay, it's wherever it leads me. Okay, but I will say that body shape and health is very very important. Very 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 important. Reason being is having a good body, being very healthy. Um, excuse the slur speech. I'm a little tired myself. Um, I you know I was just kind of trying to avoid going online. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really want to go online because I was just like, you know what? Just kind of try to just kind of stay away from online for at least uh a while. But I was compelled because I I basically was already wanted to go online earlier and go live. So it was just, I guess, destiny was awaiting my presence. But nevertheless, I'm here, and I was thinking about what should I talk about, and definitely Kaizen is definitely something that it's definitely something I think that I should talk about. You know, Kaizen again. in case you didn't know, is this is Japanese for continuous self-improvement. Okay, one of the reasons why Toyota is Toyota, why you enjoy those Toyota Camrys and those Lexus vehicles, and you like all of the bells and whistles and how awesome they are as far as vehicles. Well, the Japanese have used the technique of Kaizen, or the philosophy of Kaizen, to achieve that reality for their engineering and technology of their vehicles. In this case, Toyota and their brands. That's how they was able to accomplish that. Okay, that's why you can get a Toyota and it lasts 20 years. Like I had a Toyota Camry. I used to walk a lot when I was like when I got done with high school. I didn't have a car, and I used to walk from my mom's house in Dalton to the next town over to go to college, to go to junior college in South Holland. I used to walk like, how long was that a walk? It was probably about 6 or 7 miles. I don't know, but about the next semester, I got a vehicle. It was just kind of like a situation where my mother had got another vehicle, and she had like a backup, and I was able to get her actual backup, which was a 1987 Toyota Camry, and that was, what year was that? That was 1999. So, just to put things in context, that car, when it was built or pretty much brand new, that was the year that we moved. Me and my family moved to Dalton, and my mother basically went through about four cars between the period of 1987 to 1999. So yeah, um, the car she had was basically all American car manufacturers, and she had to pay car payments. And my mother, she would just get like brand new cars from the car lot. Then she would just make payments, and then the car would only last like about 3 or 4 years. And basically had to get another car, trade the other car in, and got another car. That's what she did. Okay. Good or bad, I mean, I learned from that. I learned that's not something that you should do. you know um I have to tell my daughters, I'm like, with your parents, you don't do everything your parents do. If you notice some things that are bad with what your parents are doing, don't grow up and try to do those things. Okay. Um and that's definitely, I've talked about that pre a lot of times, as far as how black people just continuously get brand new cars. This one car goes out, or they want a brand new car, they go get another car, and then they're paying all these car payments, and you wonder why you don't never have any money, no, nor wealth, um, because you paying for brand new cars, and that's weird, because a lot of black people, one, here's the thing about, as far as black people, right? Because I just so happen to be black, right? Black people don't have a lot of gas stations to even fill up cars, right? Gas engines or gas automobiles. We are very underrepresentative in the gas station businesses. Car brands, we don't even own a car brand, or any African American, FBA, whatever you want to call it, car company, right? So those are two things. We don't really have that many car dealerships. Yet A lot of black people have the mindset of I'm going to get a brand new car every single year or whatever, every 4 years, 5 years. But nevertheless, yeah, if my mom would have got a Toyota Camry in 1987, she would have saved herself probably hundreds of thousands of dollars by not having to get another car every 4 years, because uh, the American car brands, Ford, GM, Chrysler, Dodge, all of those, they had what was built into them, which was called built-in obsolescence. It's very difficult to even say that word because it's basically means that the cars were built to basically clunk out so you could buy another car. They weren't built to last. So yeah, Kaizen is it is a thing. It is a major thing that you can apply to your life. You can apply to products that you sell, technology. You can apply Kaizen to a lot of different things. You could apply Kaizen to an actual city, like for example, Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana could use Kaizen, right? Continuous self improvement. Gary is actually improving. Gary is actually, you know, Gary actually is improving. But you can apply Kaizen to a lot of different aspects of life. In this regard, we're going to take a deep dive, not really a deep dive, but we're going to talk about fitness. Okay. Let me take myself off the thing. I know you don't want to see me. I'm not, I'm definitely 100% into women. So I can understand, guys, most of the majority of men watch my channel. So I don't want to, I want to give you something to watch. I mean, not necessarily. I'm making a point, but I'm getting somewhere here. If you're real smart, if you're a genius too, you know what I'm about to show you. You know what I'm about to show you. You know what this is about. So anyway, yeah, you know where I'm going. Uh, Put it in the chat if you know what I'm about to share as far as my screen. All my geniuses out there that follow me. Let me see if you know what I'm about to share. But anyway, this is impromptu, like I normally do, and I don't really have too many people in there watching me. And then you got, I'm gonna start doing some other things because YouTube, I don't really get that much support and love on YouTube. The algorithm is like, a little funky with YouTube. They have their favorites, and I'm not YouTube's favorite, obviously. So, you know, yeah, I get more. I know where I get most of the support, so I'm working on that. I'm just so programmed to use YouTube, and I like YouTube. Okay, I like StreamYard and YouTube, but I have to, for the benefit of myself and others, I have to go where I get the most, right? The most bang for my buck, and it's definitely not YouTube, definitely not Facebook, okay, and a lot of the other European or owned companies, startups or whatever, don't really get that much support. The algorithm is really not in my favor. Okay, which is fine. I really don't care. Okay, I'm very my care and concern for that is very mute, very mute. But yeah, this is Lizzo. Okay, this is Lizzo to 2024 2025. This is what's going on, and what you can see is, this is kind of like, you know what you can see is, you can see a lot of formation, a lot of body formation going on here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of curves being kind of rotundous curves. And she's a rich woman, right? She's got some money. Okay. She's a 100 octane, you know, basically a rich woman that's a singer, right? And she has the money for probably, help different supplements, maybe even pharmaceuticals. She's probably, I wouldn't be surprised if she's taking Ozempic. Okay. She's probably most likely, I think she's working with a trainer, right? Maybe even a nutritionist. And you can see she's have shown some results in the last year or so. She's shown some drastic improvements. Okay. Um, she's definitely shown some drastic improvements. Now my internet is going. My internet, all of a sudden, I started talking about white people. Then my internet started throttling. Oh my god! As soon as you start talking about white folks, man, your shit start fucking up. It's like, man, I ain't studying none of y'all, man. Y'all can go jump somewhere. I ain't worried about none of that shit. My internet start lacking. Oh man, this shit is hilarious, bro. But you know what? I don't know, like, I don't necessarily I don't tech out on my network, so I don't know what the fuck, like, I don't necessarily know, like, exactly. Like, I know my blog. I have my brokegeniuses.com blog is inundated with Russian hackers. I think the Russians want to recruit me. I mean, it's like, man, my blog is just like, in my comment section, I believe is turned off, or you can still comment on my blog, but my comments don't show. And I don't approve any, I mean, probably some comments I've approved, but none of the comments hardly I approve. I just don't approve them because one, it's like a bunch of spam on my blog, and then two, it's like, yeah, it's like most of the fucking comments are like Russian and Russian language, and it's like, what the fuck, but like I've said plenty and plenty of times, you are more powerful than what you think you are. I believe I showcase my intelligence. I am very vocal about it, but I am more powerful than even I think that I am, and I know I am. I very much believe I definitely could probably be the president of the United States one day. I mean, that's definitely something that I think that's possible. I have a good enough resume so far to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, yeah, I'm decent enough to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what, a high level. I probably could be I think I could be I could be a king of a country. Yeah. I think I could pull it off. I mean, the reality of me actually being a king of an actual country, that is far fetched. It's more far fetched than being president of the United States. But uh yeah, I mean, I think I could pull it off, you know. But the thing is that what people are is usually more powerful than what they think they are. Because a lot of times what happens is people undervalue you. Like, most people just undervalue people. Okay? That's what people tend to do. That's why you have to stick to your price, you have to stick to your guns, you have to you know show value and sustain that value. And once you sustain that value, people will pay that value because you being of value. And one of the things that people do is, it's a big popularity contest. So this is what people do. Okay, people do, um they hop on you when you're hot. When you're hot, you making money and you're successful, and people are zeroing in on you. Then that's when other people come in and then they do the same thing. They hop on the bandwagon. Because a lot of times people are, and I'll say this. This is from when DJ Kuda went live earlier, and he was talking about social climate. And that's what people do. People on the internet, even offline, what they do is, yeah, they do social climate. That's what people do even on YouTube and a lot of different social media. But primarily I see it full in frontal on YouTube. What people will do is they'll start off small. I don't do this. I don't do this because I don't look at YouTube like I want to be some super successful YouTube millionaire. Like, I want to make millions off of YouTube, like offline of YouTube, not on YouTube. I don't even think about it like that. Like, I mean, no shade on anybody that is, trying to do that or have done it. But what people do is they start off small, they go to people's comment sections and they build up some type of engagement, or they participate, which they give engagement to small channels because they themselves they have a small channel, and then they move up to medium-sized channels, then they build up their subscriber base, then they go to big channels, and then next thing you know, they're some big superstar. And then the little channels, they'll acknowledge them maybe or whatever, but they not going back to their small channel. They have already got up the social ladder of success. They're already there, and they're just looking down, from Mount Olympus. And that's what people do. Yeah, I've seen people do that. Yes, a lot of people have done that. Not a lot of people, but some people have done that. Yeah. And they've done that very, very well, very effectively. And it seems kind of like a lot of times people are like, they like, oh well, yeah, okay, I see what you were doing. Okay, all right. But yeah, that's what people do. And the thing is that you know, that's just kind of what people do sometimes, but it's kind of fake a little bit. I will say it is kind of fake. It is kind of like this, not genuine. Um, but people do what they do. It's effective because it works. If it didn't work, it wouldn't have worked. Does it work for everybody? No, it does not work for everybody. But it does work nonetheless. So that's why some people do that. And then sometimes people complain about people doing that, and they don't like the fact that they're successful. And then basically they got something to say about them or whatever, because they surpassed them, on YouTube, and then they're like, what you was in my comment section, and you was this and that and this and that, and it's like, yeah, it's like a person studying, like people, everything is a competition, and you know people study other people, and then they figure out what works and doesn't work, and then they take it to their you know channel, and then they build up certain levels of success. It's like a video game. Interactive, player versus player video game. And basically people basically gathering thoughts and information, and then basically moving on from there. And it's like, Um, basically, it's like certain things. It's like somebody just commented real time, like right now on my video. Someone just commented like, "Don't go into business." And you know what I did? I click remove. To somebody with no picture, no avatar, and it just said don't go into business. And then I just, you know what I did? I click removed. Just that simple. Now I have time to do that now, but if let's just say I got thousands of comments every single day, I wouldn't have the time to do that. But you could pay people to manage your social media pages. That's actually a new career, like social media manager. That is a thing. Okay, that is a career within itself. Like it's people that's all they do is manage people, manage companies or people's social media. Okay, or they assist with managing people's social media, right? So yeah, they could do that. But yeah, when you trying to do everything by yourself, I mean, yeah, you getting thousands of comments a day, tens of thousands of comments a week. You ain't gonna have time to do that, but I do. If that person is watching, man, man, you can't put no comment talking about something you can't do something. Like one, that's that's your projections you trying to put on somebody else, man. That's nobody want to see that. Nobody want to see that crap. Especially when you don't have the balls and the cojones to actually show your face. You have no cojones. You're just some bot or some avatarless person or sentient being putting comments on people's YouTube posts and shit. It's like, man, that shit ain't gonna ride, you know? Because it's like that's discouraging and disparaging to say, oh, you shouldn't go into business. Don't put your projections on somebody else. You go to your channel and go live and then tell people don't go into business, and then there you go. If people want to listen to that shit, they want to comment, fine, that's cool. That's what you do. Don't come to somebody else's channel talking about some don't go into business. Man, get your ass up out of here. you know just because somebody's getting views, you want to put some comment, you want to be the first one to comment. you know I mean, shoot, I had it was somebody trolling me that I was like, oh, okay. It's like some dude is some, I don't know who this person is. I mean, I think they're an actual person, but I don't know who they are because the photo, I don't know if the photo is real or what. But it's like this person kept asking me questions. And I'm like, why is this dude asking me questions? I was like, I thought it was all right. And then I started to notice a pattern. Sometimes I'll give you a year, I'll give you a years. And then after a while, I'll start building up a case on you. Because, it's just what I do. I'm not the only one to probably do this. I'm sure it's other people that do this. I'll build up some type of like case, and it's like, okay, I start looking at everything, looking at patterns, looking at things that's been said. I know some people don't have the patience or whatever to deal with that, or just to they're able to kind of cut people off or deal with people right away. But I'll give people some time, and then once I really figure out things, it's like I found some profound understanding, and then basically I just deal with people accordingly. But yeah, this person kept making like comments on my videos and shit, and I start to see a pattern. And then also, here's the thing. Here's another thing, right? And it's gonna go into some other topics, and I'm definitely gonna get back to health and everything like that, and what I've learned um in my health journey. Uh you know Basically, This person just kept making comments over the years. It's like, oh, it's just a. I remember I made one comment about, I think it was like, because sometimes I have dark humor. Sometimes I just post stuff, maybe it's dark humor or whatever. And this person would just make a disparaging comment. It's like, oh man, it's what the hell, man? This dude commenting, and it's like after a while, I started to see a pattern. Person is not supportive, okay? As far as financially supportive, as far as anything, ain't bought no book, ain't said he bought a book and how he liked it, ain't supported me with no regard whatsoever financially. And I've seen this person support other channels financially. And it's like, oh, I'm putting everything together, right? And then I hit the ban button or ban user from channel. I've deleted the comments, obviously. And it's like that was it. It was like I made my decision because it was like a log file of, okay, this person's making this comment, this comment, this comment. He's keep making comments, keep asking me questions. This person is just basically a troll. And it's like, yeah, just hit the ban button. And it's like, yeah, I don't really have to deal with that anymore. Okay. I mean, of course, people can make other accounts and all of that type of stuff, but it's still the same sentiments. And then I won't give anybody else. I won't give a new person any grace because I mean, this person, I knew this person from other channels and stuff, and it was like, yeah, it's just after a while, it's just like, yeah, just put people in their place because it's like, and this goes into another thing. All of these people with advice, I don't care how big they are or whatever, you got advice, but it's like when it comes to me, the advice is not really genuine because I don't get support. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, what I'm saying is, I've been really, um like in the last, I would say, week or so, I've been really understanding, um getting some understanding as far as women's femininity in regards to love and masculinity. Those are the three things that I've been kind of really centering myself as far as my mindset, as far as really thinking about those three things, right? And they correspond with each other, right? Masculinity, femininity, love, hate. Okay, you can put that in there. And people that are older than me or whatever, wiser, more popular, these people say, oh, it's no love, right? This is what's been said for years, right? And it comes to be honest, that reality is false because these people don't show me any love. So that's one right there. I don't get no support. I don't get nothing. So it's like that's false right there. I could just stop right there. But it's also a thing where it's people that they'll bring their own reality as far as where they grew up socioeconomically, who their family was, their dynamic, and where their lot in life is and everything like that. And then you got to be really understanding of those things because those things are relevant when it comes to people giving you advice. People are giving you advice based off of their socioeconomic level, their basically failures in life, and what they messed up at. And it's like, you got to understand, okay, even if that's valid, I get it. Okay, let's just say, let's go down this road. There's no love. You shouldn't love or whatever. Well, I mean, I get it. You have problems. People do have problems with dealing with women and the court systems in America. A lot of these things are designed for people to be entrapped. These court systems are definitely used to ensnare men into being financially trapped. And it's a tool to put financial burden on men. Um, yeah, I do. That is a thing. But to say, I mean, there's no such concept of love and all of that type of stuff. Well, it's not reality because, you know, these same people have no love toward their fellow man, really. They just have love for their, guys that talk to them, on different channels and shit. That's the reality of it. The truth is there is definitely love. It's live and well. It's under attack. And let me see where this is a post that I posted on my Facebook page. And again, yeah, it's kind of like it's I do like certain rappers that are kind of ghetto. One of the rappers I like, he's a Virgo as well. He's Moneybags Yo. And one of the things about Moneybag Yo, what one of the lines that he said, along with I got time today, because he kind of made that tagline kind of famous. I got time today, but one of the things that he also said is the love be fake, but the hate be real. You know, and I gotta say that again. The love be fake, but the hate be real. And I mean, yeah, I am so used to hate. I am so used to dealing with hate and handling hate. Um, it's almost like trying to understand, hate is it's a it's an interesting thing to study or even, uh kind of think about because I really don't know why people be hating on other people like that, other than it's human competition. I definitely think it's related to human competition, but you know, it's an interesting dichotomy. Okay, it's very, very interesting because uh you know I do get a lot of hate, man. And I mean this thing comes with hate. Being a social media person, you gonna get hated on. It's just no exception to the rule. Like that, it just comes with the territory. But the amount of hate that I get is just it's unreal. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if it's the aura that I have or I don't know what it is. Um, but I've had I've had like women in my like I've had relationships with women that they pointed out themselves that they've seen other women, like you just spewing with hatred. Uh a lot of the times I'll say, well, I've had girlfriends that just, pointed out, like, why is they staring at you like that? You know, they pointed out, they saw it, they seen how people fume, and I don't know. I don't know these people. I don't know, like, people have, I don't know, man, why what it is, but I basically, the whole thing with I'll just say with black women is usually like black women that are on the lower socioeconomic end. I get a lot of hate from them, and the sentiments that maybe some black men think is that they only uh hate you because you have a white woman or something like that. And it's like, no, you can have just another black woman with you and they'll still hate you. That's the reality. Like You can have, I mean, I was with basically a black woman. I mean, at that time it was a light-skinned black woman. I don't know, maybe that was, because black women do have basically a color paradigm complex with each other. But yeah, they hate you no matter what. I would say they hate you. Certain women hate you regardless of whoever you have, including probably even if you were by yourself. I mean, it's just, I don't know what it is. It's definitely misogyny. It's definitely misogyny, and it is, or no, misandry. It's misandry, but I think that's primarily what it is high levels of misandry, and this misandry is definitely increasing because the harshness of life, right now. It's a lot of harsh things that are going on right now in society. uh Society is going through a lot of turmoil. A lot of changes are going on in society, so with that said, certain women from different socioeconomic levels, they may or may not like um, what's going on. You know, you said what's going on. Um, um, or do you mean like what's going on, like as far as how is it going, like hi, or are you saying what's going on as far as the topic or whatever? Basically, I mean, I don't know what you mean by that. Side cash talks one. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely a lot of things going on in the world. It compels side cash talks to come out of the clouds to make a comment. What, the turmoil in the world definitely triggered him or her to comment what's going on. So yeah, it's a lot of turmoil going on in the world. A lot of women are forced to be single and independent by proxy of the programming, by proxy of just the way parent dynamics are. A lot of basically, in order for women to be dependent and very, very feminine, what's needed is the hedge of a father. Okay. The hedge and covering of a father is important for a woman to be feminine and to be dependent, because they see their father basically handling business. Okay. Taking care of business, being present, being there. That hedge allows them to be more feminine, to be more confident. Without that, you have women that are forced to be independent, lack confidence a lot of times, or have to overcompensate to try to be confident, whether it be being highly mean or aggressive, and even having some type of false bravado, or even be more masculine, right? Because they primarily were raised by a single mother. Okay. And they might have some issues with dating or mating, maybe have some problems with boyfriends, baby daddies, and then they repeating the cycle, right? Repeating the cycle. So from that, you do have you do have quite a bit of women that are stressed out because they're trying to do everything, because they're in a dynamic of programming, of being independent and basically mean, because basically everything is coming their way. So that's very, very frustrating to deal with. So their programming is to be very hardcore mean to deal with everything, and unwavering. And it's, yeah, you see this paradigm in, older men and younger men alike. They know what's going on. You're you're trying to be something that it was never designed for you to be. It was never designed for you to be this independent, masculine, Shira woman warrior, you know. But a lot of women, unfortunately, um, they're forced into this type of paradigm, and yeah, I mean, as far as things is concerned, uh, the love is fake, but the hate be real. The hate is real. And what I found out is, basically, I'm still looking for this post. I think I know where I found it, but I saw something else. And let me see here. I found something else, that because I post a lot on my blog. Between my blog and my Twitter is where I get most of my information or content. Let me see where I posted some stuff. Let's see here. Um, Sometimes it's just, I think it was just a quote, so it wasn't necessarily a post or a picture. Let me see if I can search for this. See if I can search for this here. So let me see. What did I say? Oh, yeah, it might have been here. Might have been even a copy of whatever. Well, let's see. Let's open up Twitter and see. Let's see where I put, because you know. I mean, basically, what I said was, in order to combat the misandry and the hate that's going on, you got to lean into love. Okay, you got to lean into love. Like, that's the way. The power, it's okay. There's powers in the world. I myself am a powerful person. I am power. I am powerful. And one of the powers in the world, as far as, hate is definitely a power, but also love and passion is also a power within itself as well. Okay, love is power. Evil is power. Hate is power. Okay, sleep is power. Mind, having a strong mind is powerful, right? So, in order to combat a lot of the hate and a lot of, kind of, uh, let's just say, the hate and mean spirited people and all of that, you, I found that leaning into love is what overrides that. Because if you, like a lot of people, this is what a lot of people, because a lot of people don't really, they just, I'm not saying that they not smart, but that's where the smart people come in, because the smart people allow you to see things differently. Okay. If they do allow, some smart people just are quiet and they don't say anything. Okay. um but I'm not one of those. um Now the thing is that do is they follow the crowd. Even in social norms, because right now the social norm is to be mean spirited, hateful, and even a lot of times a lot of people it was basically trending to be homosexual. Okay, that was the trend, right? uh the trend was to be homo. So basically being mean spirited, being misandrist, being a misandrist, and being hateful, and hating men, and then also leaning into homosexuality, lesbianism, primarily in the case of women, even men being homosexual because the women, to counter the women being mean and homosexual, right? So that was the programming. That was the I saw that being the programming, the psyop. Then it hit me. This is recent. This is very recent. Once it hit me, I realized, I know what could beat that. Love. Boom. Caught it. Caught it. I was like, it was like, I don't have my sound effects, man. I ain't paying for this shit right now. I mean, that could change, if I get support, then yeah, I could I could get all of that back. But yeah, I basically, once I found all of that out, that was it. That was it. I was like, shit, that's it. And once I mean, this is recent. I swear to God, this is recent that I found this out. And when I found it out, I was like, damn. Because yeah, I'm a smart motherfucker, man. I'm smart than a motherfucker, boy. Like I say, I got a lot of enemies. I got a lot of wealthy enemies, right? I got a lot of wealthy motherfucking enemies, bro. Oh my God. I don't even it used to drive me crazy thinking about that shit. I don't think about it anymore. But the thing is that yeah, once I figured that shit out, it was like it was like going from it's like going in a Pinto as far as my mind, as far as my power. It's like driving a Pinto and then getting on a Learjet as far as my actual actual life success, my actual, like, I was kind of stuck in a rut, and then I was like, phew, I got the fuck on up out of there. I was like, oh, these motherfuckers want you to be a lonely, mean spirited, hateful gay motherfucker. And I was like, oh, how do you counter that? Love, passion, masculinity. I've been saying, focus on feminine women. That's I've been saying that for years. But focus on that, to basically overshadow hate. Okay, because when you lean into a love paradigm, you shadow the hate. You cover the hate. You smile and stuff. You laugh and you smile. People are like, damn, this motherfucker laughing. He's smiling and shit. You know what I'm saying? They made songs about that. Um, I guess I'll play that right now. I'll play that shit right now. You know, I'll play it right now. Yeah. Because in the 80s, they was kicking ass. My parents, my aunts and uncles and the music industry, they was kicking ass in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? They was taking heads in the 80s because the music was powerful. It was love. It was productivity. It was, some of the best hits that ever came in life were produced in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Um, I mean, you had the crack era going on, but the thing is that, man, the music, everybody wasn't smoking crack. It definitely messed up the industry. But I mean, they created crack probably because they was like, man, we got to do something. You know what I'm saying? We got to do something, and that was crack. But thing is, the '80s was smashing, right? Because the music was such legendary. I mean, it was legendary music, right? The thing is that, yeah, it was fucking legendary. You know what I'm saying? And I know that I'm an '80s baby. Okay, I know I might look young, but I'm an '80s fucking baby. All right. Now, um, I'm looking for a particular song. It's it's Angela Winbush, and it's called Your Smile. I made a playlist on my channel, and you know, it's on there somewhere. It might not be on there because I be busy sometimes. I be forgetting shit, but we gonna have it. It's on my '80s playlist. I mean, you know, yeah. So here's the deal, right? Yep, yep. So that's Angela Winbush, man. That was kind of late '80s. Your Smile. So it's like, yeah. I mean, you know, I found that out a long time ago. I did an experiment, kind of. I was doing a shoot around. I was playing basketball, and I was playing, like regular hip hop music and stuff like that. And I was, kind of not really shooting a lot good. I wasn't shooting that good. And then I started playing R&B music, and I was like, I noticed the extreme difference. I was like draining every shot and shit. I was like filling the net, like draining every fucking shot. And I was like, oh, it's a difference. And I realized what that difference was, you know, and it's something symbiotic, it's something soulful. This is a battle. Okay, life is a battle with mind, body, and soul. Okay, a lot of people, I'm probably the only people that talk about the soul, right? You do have, every person has some type of soul. Some people have uh problems with their soul. They also, even some people, I believe, are soulless, like, or they lost their soul or something like that. Something about it, they empty, they're numb, they just almost just, it's like they lost their soul, right? I don't know. Like, this conversation is kind of going metaphysical, in which, maybe it's all right. But yeah, you do have a soul. It's a battle for your soul. They want your soul. They like, the devil say, okay, I want your soul or whatever. He really, it's the whole story with the devil is he wants to rob you of your soul because he doesn't like, the fact that, he had a battle with the angels or something like that, and like, it's a kind of folklore, kind of religious talk, but it's like he wants to rob, men of their souls, mankind of their souls, to get back at God. I don't know. I mean, I don't really understand all of that too much, but I mean, it's like, it's like folklore mixed with religion and shit like that. But the thing is, I can definitely tell you, this is this life is a soulful experience, right? And one people do try to program you and brainwash you into, robbing you of your soul, right? Losing your soul, or um brainwashing you to basically be mindless and soulless, and that's why people kind of go into drugs and drug addiction, things of that nature, get involved in different lifestyles and all kinds of shit, but here's the thing. Okay, I haven't finished. um I'm blowing out my incense, but I haven't finished my series on let me see, let me make sure I have some volume, because I know they be fucking with my volume and shit sometimes, or maybe even I be messing my volume up. Let me see here. Let me make sure I got everything going on right. Yeah, I'm good. But the thing is this, right? So, you know, I know when I talk, a lot of times my live streams are like therapy. I was going to school to actually be a therapist at one time. Then I switched to IT because I found out they don't really get paid that much. But the thing is this, you know, it's a battle to kind of throw you off, throw your mind off, throw your body off, throw your soul off, and that is leads me into the actual um journey of my health. Okay, my body, right? So one of the biggest things that I learned about weight loss is that a lot of times what people think about weight loss is they think the physical side of it. Like, I gotta lift these weights, and I gotta take this diet, and then these supplements, and this and this and this and this and this. and I gotta lose this weight. And it's like that's the physical aspect of that. But what really triggered me and really put me on a different paradigm was just a post. I think it was on Twitter. I don't know if it was on Facebook or Twitter, on Instagram, but it basically, or even YouTube, it was basically someone saying that that the idea of losing weight, people don't talk about how it's a soulful experience. It is something that it also is a spirit and a soul. It's a embodiment. It's not so much just a mindset and a physical aspect of it. It's a spiritual aspect of losing weight. It's spiritual. It's the way you look at food, the way you look at your body, the way you look at the world, the way you look at your parents and your family, and how they look at food, how the things that they eat, the things that you are accustomed to eating, the things that they give you as far as plates of food, like the actual spiritual aspect. It's a spiritual aspect when it comes to losing weight. It's a very strong spiritual aspect as far as how do you think about fasting, how you think about your diet, how you think about, you know, you losing weight. It's a spiritual aspect of that. And it's not really talked about at all, almost all. Like, I never really heard anybody talk about a spiritual aspect of losing weight. And just to put things in perspective, I probably didn't really talk that much about my weight loss journey, but I'll say this, okay? After an hour or so of talking about different aspects of different things that's definitely important, I have lost about 40 pounds within the last probably 90 days. I've literally lost 40 pounds. Um, how I did it, I changed my diet. I don't eat meat at all. I mean, I've had my hiccups, I mean, but I'm pretty much 99% non-meat. Like no eggs, no nothing. Like no meat at all. And this is the longest time I've ever did that, and I'm not looking back. Okay. I'm not a vegan. Okay, I would say I'm more probably a vegetarian, but yeah, I pretty much I just picked up the baton and I just ran with it. Like I am not like I have never been this long as far as I think the longest time I went vegetarian was like 30 days. I did the whole 30-day vegetarian fast. Nah. I'm 90 days in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't no look backs. It ain't no I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna do that. No, I'm gone. And it ain't looking back. I ain't looking back or nothing. And I've lost quite a bit of weight because basically a lot of the stuff that I used to eat, it was, pretty much one, wearing my health down, two, making me overweight. Because you gotta understand when you eating cows and bull, you are what kind of like you are what you like turn into this big ass bull, this big ass cow, big ass person because you eating this, big ass, herbivore animal. So you getting big. And and then don't talk about no damn pork and all that, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like I just stopped eating that shit, man. I just no chicken, none of that. And I just stopped. And I mean, I one instantly got more healthier. Like man, I mean, just instantly. Like a lot of the reasons why I did it was it was various reasons, but it was like, man, the health aspect of it was the main reason. And man, yeah, I lost like 40 pounds. And then you got to keep this in mind as well. I lost this without actually exercising. I just been walking around because I deliver DoorDash and do other stuff, but like I did not work out. I just started working out, so I'm about to lose more weight, and I'm about to basically I'm getting my shape back as far as my muscular build. I'm trying to, basically also lose a lot of stomach fat, and playing basketball is definitely gonna help me with that. And I just started playing basketball just recently, so now I'm gonna like kind of lose a lot of this belly fat, because one of the things about basketball is that it helps you lose, it's a lot of cardio involved, so you gonna lose that lower body fat. And then yeah, sit ups, leg raises, a lot of different, ab exercises. Those Goku pump dudes, the Goku pump guys and all of them, yeah, they still around. And I still see their videos from time to time. It's definitely helpful. I definitely repost those, and I go back to them and check them out. Those leg raises just make your abs, you know basically give you some type of ab structure, and all of this makes you this gives you this $1 million body. Okay. That $1 million body is very, very attractive. It shows that you definitely are a special person. And you got to think about this. It doesn't cost anything. It costs you a lot of pleasure from eating certain things, because if you change your diet, it causes you a lot of pain. You got to pay with pain, because you're lifting weights, you're running, you know you're playing soccer or playing basketball, whatever you're doing. These things uh are, they do, and you should be having fun if you're doing these things, but it's like, basically, these things pay some type of physical toll, but you ain't paying no money to do this. You very paying very little money to accomplish these things, right? So it doesn't cost much. It just doesn't. And basically, having that body, like I say, you know, having a good physique, a good body shape, I mean, it just puts you on a different level. You're on a totally different stratosphere as far as things is concerned, because most people are not going to put in that work to get that. They're just not going to do that. They're not going to do that. And you got to understand also, it's about your life. You want to have, you want to be able to, because you got to understand, being in situations where it's your life that's in jeopardy, you got to be able to fight to defend yourself, to defend your life. Okay. um and fighting to defend your life is important. It should be important to be able to run as far as you possibly can without falling out or passing out. It should be important to you. you know um you know you have loved ones that they need your protection, and you not being able to protect them, relying on some type of gun. Well, what if somebody take your gun, or what if your gun jam, or what if you don't have no gun? What are you going to do then? And those questions are very, very important. And when it comes to you not having the ability to physically protect yourself and others, you know, that also related to how healthy you are, and how much stamina you have, how strong you are, and all of that. So that's also important. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. I don't really have much else to talk about. Um, that's pretty much it. And this is a glitch in the matrix, and I'm out.